Barcelona, Spain. Montserrat Cabal, a Spanish opera singer renowned for her bel canto technique and her interpretations of the roles of Rossini, Bellini and Donizetti, has died. She was 85. Cabal died early Saturday at Hospital Sant Pau in Barcelona. Hospital spokesman Abraham Del Moral told the Associated Press. Cabal's family requested the cause of death not be released, saying that she had been in the hospital since September, Del Moral said. Spanish media said that Cabal entered the hospital last month because of a gallbladder problem. Condolences poured in from the world of opera and Spain's highest authorities. King Felipe VI tweeted that Cabal was the great lady of opera, legend of universal culture, the best of the best, and that her personality and unequaled voice will accompany us forever. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez said, "A great ambassador of our country has died." For tenor José Carreras, opera lost its best soprano with the passing of Cabal. "Of all the sopranos that I have heard live, I have never heard anyone like Montserrat," Carreras told Catalunya Radio. Carreras praised her versatility, saying, "She could do everything from the purest bel canto all the way to Wagner's Tristan und Isolde, Barcelona's Liceo Opera House, where Cabal performed over 200 times, and Venice's Teatro La Fenice also published tweets lamenting her loss. Its Teatro Real said it would dedicate Saturday's performance of Faust to the memory of Cabal, lauding the singular beauty of her voice, and her prodigious technique. London's Royal Opera Company said it was saddened to hear of Cabal's death and that she sang with us on a number of occasions between 1972 and 1992 and inspired millions over the course of her career with her stunning voice. All at the Royal Opera are saddened to hear of the death of Montserrat Cabal, aged 85. The Spanish soprano sang with us on a number of occasions between 1972 and 1992 and inspired millions over the course of her career with her stunning voice. Pic.twitter.com/dbxod. The Royal Opera at the Royal Opera, October 6, 2018. Born into a working-class family in Barcelona, Cabal unveiled her musical talents early on, singing Bach cantatas at the age of 7. In her almost unlimited repertoire, she starred in 90 opera roles with nearly 4,000 stage performances. Opera singer Maria Callas is once said to have answered, "Only Cabal," when asked once who she considered a worthy successor. At 8, Cabal entered the Liceos Conservatory in Barcelona with Eugenia Kenny, Conchita Badia, and Napoleon Anavazzi among her first teachers. She won the school's gold medal on graduating in 1954. She went on to study opera in Milan and in 1956 joined the Basel Opera and played her first major role that year in the city's Staatstheater as Mimi in Puccini's La Bohème. 4 years later, she was a principal singer with the Bremen Opera. In 1964, Cabal gave a highly praised performance of Jules Massenet's Manon in Mexico City, but it was a year later in New York that a lucky break launched her on the road to international stardom. On short notice, Cabal stood in for indisposed American soprano Marilyn Horne in a concert performance in Donizetti's Lucrezia Borgia at New York's Carnegie Hall and achieved a thunderous success. It opened the doors to all the major opera venues around the world. She produced a highly acclaimed performance as Elisabetta of Valois in an all-star cast of Verdi's Don Carlo at the Arena di Verona in 1969. The concert became famous for her "La" on the final "ah" at the very end of the opera, which lasted for more than 20 bars up, driving the audience wild with delight. Cabal was also a noted recitalist, particularly of songs of her native Spain. She was particularly admired for her purity of voice, vocal shadings and exquisite pianissimos. In a brief excursion into pop music, Cabal's duet "Barcelona" with Freddie Mercury, of the rock group Queen, was a hit single in 1987, accompanied by an album of the same name. The title track later became the anthem of the 1992 Summer Olympics in the city. Cabal performed the song live, accompanied by a recording of the late Mercury, at the 1999 UEFA Champions League soccer final in Barcelona's Camp Nou stadium. Queen guitarist Brian May posted a message on Instagram, saying that Cabal was an inspiration to us all but especially to Freddie. Your beautiful voice will be with us forever. In 1997, she sang on 2 tracks on an album by New Age composer Vangelis. In 2015, Cabell was convicted of tax fraud and was given a suspended sentence of 6 months in prison, which she avoided since first convictions resulting in sentences of less than 2 years in Spain can be suspended by a judge. She had failed to pay the Spanish treasury more than €500,000 $550,000 in taxes on her earnings. Cabell, who was born Maria de Montserrat Viviana Concepcion Cabell y Folch, dedicated herself to various charities and was a UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador. She also established a foundation for needy children in Barcelona. In 1964, she married Spanish tenor Bernabé Martí. They had 2 children, Bernabé Martí Jr. and Montserrat Martí, herself a successful soprano.